ladies that want to. All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you are taking 30 minutes out of your night to spend it with us. I am just so thrilled to be here tonight with some of our stylists on our amazing team. Team Rise and Shine Legacy is our team name. And there's no agenda tonight. Isn't that wonderful? There's no like script where we're going to be, hitting all these mundane bullet points about all the perks and programs that Park Lane has. This is just tonight, real women, real stories on how Park Lane has impacted our lives. And so, just to kind of give you a quick rundown of the evening, first of all, our team is built on a very simple mission, and this is my favorite thing to share, and that is faith first, family second, and business third. And that's because we believe that when all those things are in correct order, we have more success, more peace, and more purpose in our business. And I love, 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 love that about Park Lane. Also, um, we are going to be having, like I said, well, actually, we had one speaker that poor Cindy had an allergic reaction. So one of our speakers is not
Mhm.
here tonight. So Edie, you're going to be going first this evening. And we're basically just going to kind of share each of us, like I mentioned, our testimony about what Park Lane has done for us in our lives and hope that it resonates with you and you can see yourself doing something like what we do. And what I love about Park Lane is that we have so many different walks of life, different personalities, different seasons of life that all of us are in. And because of that, we're stronger together when we're growing our team here at Park Lane. And for those of you who don't know me, I've been with Park Lane for almost 8 years. I'm a mom of four. And I love Dunn Park Lane simply because I can work very part-time and make a full-time income and be a stay-at-home mom. So that's my absolute favorite thing about Park Lane. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the baton over to Edie Irvin. Edie is a senior division leader in Jacksonville, Florida, and
Mhm.
she's been with Park Lane for 6 years.
Six,
Six
6 years.
amazing years, but don't let that fool you because she has a very long history in direct sales. And so I'm going to let her chat with you guys about all the wonderful things that Park Lane and the direct sales industry, I guess we should probably say, has done for her.
Well, hello, ladies. Good to see you tonight, and thank you for joining us for our first Behind the Bling event. So, just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been in the jewelry industry. I have to really think of the years. It's been 34 years since I've been selling jewelry. I was with a previous company for 28 years and left that, thought I was totally done selling jewelry, was going to just spend time with my last son that was graduating high school and do all the things on his last year before he graduated, which I was able to do that. And then we took a move to St. Petersburg, Florida. And there is when COVID started, you guys. COVID started. And when you're in a place where you don't know anybody and you're an empty nester like me, my kids were grown, left the house. We moved away. So I moved to a new neighborhood, didn't know anybody, and empty nester, and didn't know what I was going to do. Plus, nobody knew what they were going to do during COVID, right? So, anyway, I was contacted by Park Lane, which they have a called Direct Appoint by our national director, Jennifer Bond, which was referred to by one of our team members from my previous company had referred me. And so I had that contact for the first time during COVID to sell jewelry again. And you know what the first thing that crossed my mind, you guys, is how in the world am I going to do that during COVID? So, make a long story short, I learned this technique called going live. So, I learned it. It was tough, but it never in my life have I gone live on a video to show jewelry because my experience for the 28 years was in homes, showing jewelry, up close, personal, trying it on. How are they going to buy it? Let me tell you, with much success through that, I was able to start building a strong team by staying at home during COVID. And like I said, empty nester, that's my story, and earning great trips with Park Lane. So my first trip that I earned was Bermuda. but they canceled that because of COVID. And then I went on to Aruba, Paris, Ireland, I'm trying to think, Switzerland. Um, can't remember the other ones. Probably about seven of them, 7 or 8 trips in my 6 years that I've learned. And that is my takeaway is earning trips. Now that John and I are empty nesters completely, and we have moved back to Jacksonville to our hometown. Yay! So that's the thing. We moved back last year, so I'm back in my hometown. Love it, and my business has picked up because I'm around people again, going out and getting contacts with everybody. But so I want to encourage you if you're just one of those people that, hey, I don't think I can do this because I don't know anybody that wears jewelry. Yes, you can, because let me tell you, I was one of those people, didn't know anybody, empty nester, and started doing it. And once you get that technique, and it does take some practice, I promise you, nobody gets it right off the bat. So going live is a technique you'll just learn. The more you do it, the more confidence you have. And so on that word confidence, I'd wanted to say something more. I don't know how fast I can do 5 minutes.
No,
So
you
let me
got
know.
2 minutes. You got 2 minutes left. You're doing
Okay.
great.
Okay. Well, in Sparkle, when we have to do something for Sparkle conference, we always have a timeline. So, but one of the things that I love, why I love selling jewelry, guys, what is my one thing that I have noticed is really two things I love the most. Wearing jewelry builds confidence in women. How many times have you been wearing a necklace? Y'all noticed all our necklaces tonight, or a pair of earrings, and somebody you're walking into the store, the grocery store, your mind is focused on getting those groceries, getting out of there, and somebody stops you and says, "Oh my gosh, I love your earrings." Doesn't that make you feel good? Isn't that a feel good moment? They said that when you wear jewelry and get compliments, it ups your serotonin, your dopamine in your system, and it makes you feel good. And so, of course, if we're selling it, we have some time. We can always tell them, "Hey, it's Park Lane," and throw them a card or throw them something. So I've always liked it because it's a confident builder for women, not just for me, but for other women. I love to hear their stories on how many compliments they got on their jewelry. Your walking billboard, if you're thinking about doing this as a business, you're a walking billboard because you don't have to show them the candles or this anything that smells good. You just wear it and share it, and people love it. So that's my thing is, and the third thing is get into a community, guys, with women. Women in this community of Park Lane and our team right here, and all the teams, women need other people. We strongly depend on having girlfriend relationships. So mostly with me being an empty nester, my girlfriends are I have to have those. And so the community of having a group of women that are like-minded, that love jewelry or just love to get together or love to do things like this is where you need to be. So if you're thinking about Park Lane, put it on your list.
It is.
So
It
that
is such an easy thing to sell. And I came over from selling cookware to people, and I had to basically tell them if they didn't buy healthy cookware, they were going to be poisoned, and selling jewelry is so easy. I mean, you'll have people at gas stations that'll stop you and ask you where you got this necklace, right? But one thing I wanted to add to Edie's little story too is that the travel trips, that's her main ammo. I mean, Park Lane takes us on 2 free vacations a year, and these are not just little trips. These are trips to, I mean, we've been to Europe twice in a year. And our next trip is Switzerland and Cancun.
Amsterdam.
I'm
Right,
sorry,
yeah.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. We just got back from Switzerland. Yeah.
There's so many trips, honestly, we lose track. And so if you've ever wanted to travel the world, I mean, do it for free. And I want to just add this one other little thing too, is that the wonderful thing that I love about Park Lane too, I want to throw in there is that everybody has the same travel trip goal across the board, and it's attainable for part-time and full-time stylists to achieve it. And so that is a wonderful thing too. All right, our next speaker, thank you, Edie,
You're
is
welcome.
Miss Amber Nichols. And Amber, she's a newlywed. Sorry, that's why I'm getting so
Yes.
excited. I'm saying her new last name, y'all.
Well, let
But
me tell
she
you, when she was on the lineup, and I thought, oh, Katie got another Amber. And I didn't put it together till this afternoon. So congratulations. So
Thank you. Yes, the name is still foreign to me. It's just been a couple of weeks, so thank you very
Yes.
much.
And Amber's located in Sonoy, Georgia, which is where The Walking Dead was taped. And it's a beautiful little town. And Amber has been with Park Lane also for 6 years. So Amber, go ahead and share with everybody what you love about your Park Lane business.
Yeah, so just kind of a little backstory on me is I've been in this industry since 2009. And like Edie, you probably are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying that year, right? So and the reason why I started selling jewelry or getting into the direct selling business, my first company was a jewelry company as well. They closed down. Matter of fact, 2020 is when I started Park Lane. So I've been in it 5, 6 years now with Park Lane. But so the reason why I got into direct sales is I had two boys. Ryan was 7 and Michael was 4 at the time. And I was working a full-time job, and I absolutely could not stand leaving my kids, all day long, having them, picked up from daycare, all that. And so I was blessed to have somebody reach out to me and talk to me about the direct selling business. And so they were 7 and 4 when I started, and the reason why is so I could be at home with them and be able to still contribute to our family's income because obviously when I stopped working full time, we lost that income. But so that was my why to be able to stay at home with them and still contribute to our family's income. So fast forward now, Ryan is just turned 24 and Michael will be 22 in March. And so they both, Ryan finished school and being in the direct selling business allowed me to still be able to stay at home with them through middle school, through high school, running them all around, going to all of their, never missing one of their events, whether it was, drama or sports, anything like that, church events. I was always there, always being able to help out, being the room mom, things like that. And so when they started college, I was able to help with that income as well. And so now they're gone. They're out of the house. They're not gone, but they're not in the house. And like Edie mentioned, I wanted to say too, I actually we went through a move as well. And when they were little, and I feel like if you're in that season where you still have those younger kids and maybe have to make a move, you're going to be okay because you're going to get plugged in to all of their friends at school, the moms of their friends, all of that. So don't be worried about that. And then, went through a move. And then yeah, and was it 2020 is when we started Park Lane?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
December?
don't, yes, yes, that's
Yes.
correct.
2020.
2020.
Yeah. And so I was blessed to be able to find Park Lane and continue that when my other company closed down. I didn't know, like Edie, what I was going to do. Didn't know if that was the end of direct sales for me. I did know that I needed to still be able to contribute to, our family's income. And so I found Park Lane and was able to continue to do that. So yes, and then now I'm an empty nester as well. And I've gone through a divorce, and was still able to continue, with Park Lane. You're going to have those peaks and
Supporting
valleys.
yourself. Hmm.
You're going to have those peaks and valleys, which are going to be okay when you're down in the valley, or when you're in the peaks. Just know that you're able to still continue and do the best as you can through direct sales. So I don't
That's
know.
awesome. And the great thing too about Park Lane, I remember feeling such a sense of relief when I first started because I had no experience in jewelry. You girls came from another jewelry company, but I had none. And I remember feeling so relieved that they had all the training online when I could get to it, all the graphics already made, all the postings already done for you. Like it truly was, thank God, a copy and paste business for me because I knew nothing about how to accessorize or how to have my necklace mimic my neckline. Like I knew none of that.
Yes, and yeah, so what we've got a great, a great support system here at Park Lane. And like Edie said, we weren't really used to going online, but Park Lane really had it down where you were able to, have all the tools and know everything to say, online and do this business, 100% online if you wanted to. Well, back then you had no choice. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we all had to learn how to go live, trust me.
yeah.
And I will never, ever show anybody my very first online style party
Do
ever.
Actually,
you
okay,
have it?
It's somewhere. I don't know. I might
Well,
have
thank
it.
goodness. Well, thank goodness now. And listen, if you are thinking about doing this business and are afraid of doing this live, don't worry. Your videos
Yes.
they get deleted after 30 days now. So
Yes. Automatically.
so you just have 30 days to be humiliated, and then
Yes.
you're
but
good.
you know what? I do want to add on that note too that when you do mess up, people see you more real and
Yeah.
more real as a person. So when I got out of my head and got out of my space and start realizing, you know what? You guys can do this too because I just dropped this and I just messed up
Yes.
here. And most of the times I used to have little sticky notes on my stand everywhere. You
Yep.
know what? I finally got rid of
Still
those and
do.
just started just being me. And you know what? And that's when I did the best. And to this
Yep.
day,
Here's the back of my earring cards with my notes on them.
just
I
learn
have
how to do
index.
it.
I am not ashamed. I will have index cards, especially when we get the new jewelry, because you don't know all of the pieces by heart yet. And I'll have it on my index card with a description and I'll read it, right
Yep.
off
And
the
I
card. It's
and I
okay.
keep the catalog right beside me all the time too.
Yep. And actually, since we had Amber and Edie talk, real quickly, just a little infomercial, and then we're going to have our next speaker, Miss Dory Kilgis, take over. But I'm a numbers girl, and I strictly do Park Lane for income for my family. That's my number one reason why. And for those who know me and know how I do my style parties, I only go live one night a week. I do my parties on Thursday nights. I have 2 to 5 hostesses on a Thursday night live. And I love it because it clears up every night of my week for my family, other than once a month where we do the behind the bling, of course. And I love it because for example, last week made $870 going live 1 30-minute show. So I'm a numbers girl. So I'm going to share these numbers with you guys because Edie just chatted, and Amber, I hope you don't mind if I'm going to share how much money you made. But uh, Edie last month made 2,145 bucks,
Hey,
working from her phone from home. Amber, same thing. She made $3,095. And I got to brag on Andy Harper, who's on the call with the red sweater. She's giggling.
yeah.
This is her first, or I'm sorry, January was her first month in the business. And her very first month, mud in the water. Like we know how it is when you're learning a new job. Okay. She still made $1,260 her first month in business. Now, if you think of that and you think for a second, what would $1,200 a month do for me? That's like, I don't know, what is that? $14,000 a year, something like that. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money a year that you can make by doing one online style show a week, right? And like Edie said, it's so simple showing the jewelry. Oh, these earrings are cute. I want those. And speaking of messing up, me and Michelle was on the call. We were talking earlier when I was live last week, my phone was dying during my live. And I had to like stop and pause and give my 7-year-old step-by-step instructions on how to go get my charging block and my cord and bring it to me on live. And so Michelle, she was like, that was great because, it's okay. It
Life
doesn't have to be perfect, you know?
life happens and that's a lot of times we just didn't know. And I did come across some of my beginning videos just recently. I was deleting some and
Uh-huh.
I didn't know how to do ring lights. I didn't know how to do all this
Right.
stuff. So
Right.
if
Who
you're
knew what a ring
starting
light
out
was?
and watching this, you guys, you don't be an Edie, don't be a Katie or an Amber because we've got 6 years of experience behind us.
Right.
When we started out,
Right.
we started out just like everybody else. And I always tell everybody by their third or fourth live, you start getting better and better and
Yes,
better.
definitely.
So,
Okay, without further ado, and Dory, I'm going to share your money, honey. Dory made $2,000 last month. And Dory Kilgus is an area leader with us on our team, and she is in Wisconsin. Did I say it right?
oh,
Good.
I said it
Okay.
like a redneck, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not that bad where I am. It's up north. There, it's really out in the boonies.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you everyone for joining here. I'm just going to talk a little bit about my life in direct sales. And I've been around for about 45 years in direct sales.
Wow.
And isn't that crazy? It's like, and my girlfriends, when they retired at 62 or whatever, I just kept going yet with whatever I was doing. And they go, aren't you ever going to retire? And I go, why would I want to retire when you're bartending part time? You're doing this, you're doing that. It's like they didn't retire anyway. So, so it's like my husband says, you better never give this up because it keeps your brain going. He
Yeah.
knows my brain. And I said, yeah, that's probably the best thing. And my sanity. So I was 22, I think, when I started in direct sales. And actually, we had our son, and then I didn't want to work anymore. I worked in a factory full time. I just didn't like it. I thought, oh, I'm going to be this housewife, and thought I'll have some more kids and whatever. And so I quit, stayed. After, I'm not kidding, a month home with a baby, it's like I realized I need something to do in between. But my husband works second shift. So it's like, what the heck do I do out there? I thought, well, whatever. And then all of a sudden I get this call. My girlfriend recommended me to the Avon lady manager. So, and I'm thinking, I can't get up in front of people, or I'm not going to go knock on those doors and do that. I'm not this party type. I have no confidence. My father, now I can talk about it, he was a verbal abuser. So there was absolutely no confidence. And through high school, everything.
Mhm.
And if anybody asks what's the biggest thing that came out of direct sales, it helped build my confidence. Yes, I turned into an introvert, but this helps me get out. And like Edie said too, you know, it's sort of like you go with the flow, and sometimes people will say, you're so easy. And I go, I've learned over the years, you just go with the flow with anything you do. And and I wanted something that I could do it when I can do it around my family. And it always worked with direct sales. And then finally then I think I was in the business for a year in direct sales. And then I had earned a trip to Hawaii. And it's like, once you get the bug, the travel bug, it was like, we've been around the block, all different places. So, and I always worked, when I earned trips, it was for my hubby, for and so anyway, so he always really supports me. He still supports me in whatever I want to do out of the business. Now, who's thinking over time how things change in your life? And I guess I never thought ahead about that. Well, I might be a caregiver someday for my brother, for my mom, for my husband.
Right.
And it all happened there. And mom's gone now, but I look at, if I had a real job, I say a real job. Um, I
If
would
you
have
had a 9 to 5.
yeah, I would have been fired. I probably would have been fired for all the stuff I was doing. And then, so my mom and brother lived with us for almost 20 years. We built a new house, and it was fabulous. And then mom had she wanted to stay at home and pass away at home. And I'm sitting there thinking, wow, I can do this. I
There
can
you go.
slow on my business. I can do that. I
Mhm.
can take care of my brother. Then Joe, my hubby, was real sick with Lyme disease, and they didn't know what was wrong. He almost died. So it was like it all fell in place.
Yes.
And that is probably one of the best things, the flexibility. And I've realized if you really, you know, you need the income. I mean, at retirement, it's like you can do a little, you can do a lot, you can do whatever you want. you know? And the young gals, I look the ones that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, right, Katie? The opportunity they have when they start young that like that,
Yeah.
how they can grow their businesses. Sometimes I run into ladies that go, I'm going to wait till I'm retired, like you, before I um, get in get into this. I'll say, don't wait, because you're going to miss so much. By the time you retire, you could have a really good business
Right.
going.
Right.
And
That's
I've
so
always
true.
enjoyed helping other people. It's really not about us. It's what can we do for others out there, and how can we help them make their dreams come true?
Yes.
And I got to tell you one other thing too. Cut me off when I'm probably at
Go
5
ahead.
minutes already. I got my list of notes, which I never did. Right? We never do it, so read it. And what was I going to say? Oh, with the direct sales, I've done a lot of different companies, and I've had half of them went out of business. And then when my friend Stephanie was doing a Facebook party, I was invited to it, and I go on there. Oh my gosh, jewelry! Because I did see all the different jewelry company for 8 years till they went out of business. And then I'm looking at that. I feel there's really three important things you got to have in a direct sales company to be successful at it. And number one is you got to have a fantastic hostess program. I mean, where can you get $400 of jewelry for 10 orders, no matter what size? That's crazy.
That's
And
what keeps people booking parties. It
yeah,
is. We have the best hostess program,
oh
100%.
my gosh, you gotta, yeah. Of all the companies I've done, this has been the best one with everything all around. And I thought, oh, that sounds pretty good. And then I saw the customer sale. Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh, this is good too, Stephanie. So then after her live, I messaged her. I said, Stephanie, I'm getting the jury bug again. Tell me a little bit more. What do you get paid? you know? So
Right.
that's where it all started with Park Lane about 5 years ago. And I'm so glad I started it because so many companies have closed up already on me. And I don't have to worry about that with I'll be gone before they're gone. no, they're going strong. So
That's so
and
good.
but yeah, so it's been an awesome time because of my family that I can work this all around them. Now I
What
have
you're
my
saying, Dory, is faith, family, business, you know?
yeah, yeah,
I had a spell with my dad being sick, not this past January, but the January before. And I've thought that too. Like, I wouldn't be able to go check on him. I wouldn't be able to go grocery
yeah.
shopping for him. I wouldn't be able to take him to his eye appointments, and so it's amazing how no matter what season of life that you're in, it can benefit everybody. And I wanted to tell you too, Dory, that when you were talking, Tracy Ann, who's Amber's guest, she said that she's a full-time caregiver for her mom and that she lives with her
Oh,
now. And so,
hmm,
it's so great to be able to have something so flexible where you can make money and keep your family, top priority as well. Um, so,
Katie, can I
very true.
interrupt real quick? I
Yes.
want to I want to add something to that too. This whole
Mhm.
thing is friendships. I mean, the friendships that you make with your customers, with your teammates, I mean, sometimes women just need that one friend or those friends or that girlfriend time. I remember when I was home with the boys all day, my husband would walk through the door and I'd be like, here, I've got a jewelry party tonight. Take the kids. And I would be like, that is my day out. That's my night out,
yeah,
hanging out with the girls.
yeah,
And, all day I spent tripping over, Legos and, cars and spiders and all the things. And I just needed some girl time. And so, sometimes we just need that girl time. Sometimes we just need those friendships. And you get that here. So
Yes.
I just needed to add
Yes.
that.
And Tracy Ann just said, yes, I need that. I've been home so long. I don't have any female relationships anymore, you guys. I'm telling you, having good friendships will keep you living long and happy lives.
Mhm.
And Dory, one thing you forgot to mention, I know you said the hostess program, the customer sale, you guys,
oh
we
yeah,
have the best starter kit. Like
Mhm.
for $229, you get your website designed for you for your first year. That's included. And then you get $1,000 Park Lane gift card for $229. And the best part, honestly, is that you can have what we call a decider show, which is when you basically just have a party. Your stylist does all the work for you. And at the end of that party, if you decide, I think I want to do this, maybe, if your friends loved it, they all purchased, they booked parties, clearly they had a great time. Clearly they're going to want to order again. Then you actually can flip that party into your debut show. And what that means is not only do you get the hostess benefits, but you also get the commission check and we get paid weekly. So, I mean, it is so, so, so absolutely amazing how we get all of that and free training. Okay. So, thank you guys. I'm so glad that we had all of you, well, all of y'all on tonight. And like I said, we're stronger together because we all are from different parts of life, right? I'm still raising kids. I have three teenagers and a 7-year-old. And then we have, two empty nesters and Dory, who's retired. And I know Edie's trying to retire her husband right now. So she has big goals for 2026. And so this can take you as far as you want it to go. You can build it as big or keep it as small as you'd like. And it's just amazing. So I really hope that you really think about this opportunity and really pray about it and really see if it's something that could benefit your life, whether it be the income or the friendships or the free jewelry that we get every month. We're all wearing the same necklace for a reason,
So
right?
funny.
So anyway, different seasons, different backgrounds, and we have one shared experience, and that's growth, connection, and opportunity. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull our winner for our $100 giveaway. I'm going to do a $100 jewelry giveaway to one lucky lady. I have all your names in here. I double checked it while Dory was talking. Um,
Hello.
and I want to encourage you to, like I said, think about this opportunity. But if you reach out to your stylist tonight or tomorrow and you let her know that, hey, I have some more questions, or hey, I want to book my debut party, or hey, I'm thinking about it, but I have some hesitations. If you connect with her by tomorrow, she has another special gift for you. If you contact her tonight or tomorrow and just chat with her for a minute on the phone so she can kind of really answer some questions, because I know a lot of people have lots of questions about the direct sales industry, you guys. And so we want to make sure that you are well informed so that you can make an educated decision. Um,
Hey, Katie,
then,
can I
yes,
add to that? Because
yeah,
I have some team members on that have people. So even if you're a team member on, like Andy, you're on, and you got somebody that is interested, get them to contact me. We can do a three-way, and she still gets the piece of jewelry, even though she's not on tonight. She gets to
yep,
still that free piece of bling from me tonight. And we're calling it, we're doing one-on-one, so we can share more information than what we did tonight, go a little bit deeper into Park Lane and see if they're interested. I think sharing it one-on-one with your prospects or people that might be interested, they feel a little bit more comfortable sometimes. So that
right.
was the whole kind of concept of us getting together. So team members are on. If you've got somebody in the next behind the bling scene,
Yes.
contact us. So we're available for you.
Yep, and we recorded this. So before I pull the winner, I want to ask you guys to do me one thing. I just put a link in the chat. So before we close out of the Zoom, if you guys can go click on that, that is just a little Google feedback form. And it would mean so much to me personally if you would fill that out tonight. It'll take you, I don't even think it'll take you a full 60 seconds, but just let us know like what stood out to you tonight, what you enjoyed, what questions you may have. If you could fill that out, just click on it and that'll pop right up. Okay. And if you can do that for us, we would love that. Okay. All right. I got the names in here. Who's going to win the $100?
Good
Okay.
luck.
I'm not looking.
I got my special button. Hold on. Let me do a.
What does the
What
button
is
do?
that?
What does the button do? Is it the easy button?
It stops in a minute.
Okay. Our winner for the $100 giveaway is Paula Reed. Did she get on?
Yes.
Yes, there she is. I was going to say, I thought I saw you, Paula. Look. Paula's here. Paula what? I love it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We are so grateful for your time that you spent with us tonight. I want to thank also our amazing speakers. And again, we hope to hear from you tomorrow. And don't forget, reach out to your stylist so she can get you that extra piece of jewelry. And fill out that Google Doc, please. We love you guys, and we thank you for spending a couple minutes with us tonight. And we hope that you learned something new and that you'll consider joining our amazing team, Rise and Shine.
Yep.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.